Got a question asking, how long does it take to evict people that live in a house that have never paid rent? Mom let them move into, I guess, her home, and the property's going through probate. How long does that take? Hi, my name is Rob Wells. I'm the Landlord Boy on TikTok and YouTube. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe to my videos here. Now, the lawyer answer is it's going to highly depend on what county the property is at and so forth, depending on the county court here. Here's the thing, and especially in a probate administration. So before this person who's the executor of the estate, okay, that means that there's a will. Basically the will has to be probated, okay. Now there's two methods that this executor could go, okay. The executor could go has to apply for letters of testamentary, okay, and that's to get the official authority from the superior court, where from the probate court, basically, to basically take legal action, such as file an eviction case. Okay, two routes you can go. Okay, now if you go and just get just the regular letters of testamentary or administration, if someone died without a will, that could take several weeks, okay, depending on the court that you're in. I think they have to hear these in 45 or 60 days. It's been a while since I practiced probate, but the court has to basically schedule these within a certain time frame, but it's several weeks, okay. It's not like 2 or 3 weeks. It's kind of more like 1 to 2 months, okay. Now you could get what's called special letters of probate, okay, and that's getting the letters on an expedited basis, okay. Usually you go and get those ex parte, or basically you apply to the court, and you have to tell the probate court, hey, I have some emergency circumstances that I need to basically start the eviction and secure property. I've got a war story here. I had to do that once in a probate several years ago. It was like boyfriend girlfriend type situation. The boyfriend had passed away. The girlfriend was like taking stuff out of the house, and she was in this exact same situation. Hey, was living there rent free. We had to ask a superior court judge to give us the letters immediately so my client could secure possession of the property, so it wouldn't like be taken from the estate, basically, and also to start the unlawful detainer. Okay, that could take you a couple of weeks, 1 to 2 weeks, but there's a lot of paperwork that goes into that. So those are two routes. Then on that point, you have to lawfully terminate the tenancy. In many cases on death, Civil Code Section 1934 will terminate a month-to-month tenancy at the end. Once someone dies, there's case law that states that, hey, the last month's worth of rent that the tenant paid, they get to stay through the end of the month. And at that point, the landlord could just file an unlawful detainer, okay, after the 30th day. And there's no other notice that needs to be provided, okay. That's actually, that case came in the 90s from, I think it was Santa Monica, actually, that had an eviction control ordinance, and the civil code trumped that, terminating the tenancy for cause because of the death of the parties. It's always been the law in California that's been the case because of Civil Code Section 1934. So anything month to month tenancy or less, week to week tenancies, day to day tenancies at will would terminate on death of the landlord or the tenant, basically. Okay, so that would probably be cause. Obviously, any type of like complicated eviction like this, anyone that dies, basically, and you got to go to probate court, that's a complex eviction. Okay, that's not a simple run of the mill eviction. You probably need to go talk with landlord's counsel to just make sure, hey, you're following all local ordinances. You don't have, multiple parties, that type of deal, because the situation does change if there were like multiple landlords or multiple tenants, and it's a highly factual scenario. So basically, to answer this question, bare minimum, you're probably looking at 4, maybe 5 months at minimum, because you got to go get the probate letters, right? That's going to take a little bit of time. And then you got to run the eviction process. And that's going to highly vary depending on what county court you're in. Okay. And the places that I practice in, it runs about 7 to 13 weeks on average, but those are averages. Okay. You may be in a court that's impacted significantly with evictions, and it may take your court longer to process stuff. Okay. So it's just going to vary, but budget several months on average to get through one of these at minimum. So landlords, if you're in the Northern California area and you need help with this exact scenario, you're an administrator or an executor of a probate estate, or you are a trustee of a trust, and you're someone has just died, there's a tendency to deal with, feel free to reach out. We might be able to help out. Put your comments, questions down below. Try to answer them to the best of my ability. Until next time, folks, talk to you then. See ya.